Hi, I'm Becky Streepy from Glue and Glitter,
And I'm Nichole Dandrea-Russert from Purely Planted.
and today we're going to show you how to turn one batch of lentil and quinoa into two different salads. Here's why we love this recipe.
The simplicity of cooking lentils and quinoa together is like magic. All you need to do is put them both in the same pot, add the right amount of liquid, put your timer on, and they're done at the same time. It's beautiful.
While the lentils and quinoa are cooking, you just roast your veggies, put a couple of sauces together, and then you can throw together two different salads that'll feed you lunches for 4 days. Let's cook! You can make your lentils and quinoa on the stovetop or in the Instant Pot. I'm going to show you the Instant Pot directions, and then if you want the stovetop directions, they are on my website. I'll put a link in the description so that you can find those. Start with a rinsed cup of lentils and a rinsed cup of quinoa and add those to your pot, and then add a cup and a half of water and 2 cups of vegetable broth. Cook those on high pressure for 6 minutes and then do a 10-minute natural release. When you're making lentils and quinoa together in the Instant Pot, you may end up with a little bit of extra water when they're all done cooking, and that is totally fine, totally normal. You can either drain them in a colander if they have excess liquid, or you can just use a slotted spoon to serve them and leave that extra water right in the pot. Now it's time to roast some vegetables. The sweet potatoes take a little bit longer to roast, so let's do that first, and then Nichole will show you how to do the broccoli and radish for her cruciferous salad. To make the roasted sweet potatoes, start with 1 medium sweet potato that you've cut into 1/2-inch pieces. It's going to be about 2 cups of sweet potato total. Add those pieces to a medium bowl and then add a tablespoon of olive oil, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and toss those together to coat them evenly. Transfer your sweet potato cubes to a lined baking sheet, and then you're going to roast those for 30 minutes at 425. Nichole's veggies that she's about to show you only need to roast for 20 minutes, so after the sweet potato has cooked for 10 minutes, that's when you'll toss the radishes and broccoli into the oven.
Take 2 cups of quartered radish and then 2 cups of broccoli florets cut into about 1-inch pieces, and just lay them out evenly on the tray, on the baking sheet, so that they cook evenly. And you're going to sprinkle a little bit, about a tablespoon or 2 of olive oil or avocado oil on top. If you want to do oil free, you can very easily use vegetable broth, and you can even use like a spray bottle that's filled with either oil or vegetable broth, just to moisten the vegetables a little bit so that the salt and pepper sticks. So use your oil or your vegetable broth, and then you're going to sprinkle a little bit of salt and pepper on top of the broccoli and the radish. Place in the oven at 425 degrees and cook them for 20 minutes. So we're going to make a garlic, ginger, miso, peanut butter sauce, a lot of words, but it's really tasty. And you can do this either in a medium-sized bowl and whisk the ingredients together, or you can put it in a 16-ounce mason jar and add a lid to the mason jar and shake it up, and you get a little bit of a workout doing this, but it's great, and it's an easy way just to keep it all in one jar, and you can store away whatever you don't use. Or you can add it to a high-speed blender, and we use whole ginger and garlic in this that is finely minced. But if you don't want it finely minced, if you want it ground so that it's more smooth, then I would suggest putting all the ingredients in a blender and blending it until it's smooth. So basically you're going to add a 1/4 cup of peanut butter. You can use either chunky or smooth, whatever is your preference. I use chunky. I like it with a little bit of texture in it, but either one is fine. 1 tablespoon of organic miso. I recommend either mellow white miso or chickpea, so you want a mild miso, 1 tablespoon. Then you're going to add 2 tablespoons of organic tamari, reduced sodium or regular, whichever is your preference. You can also use coconut aminos in place of tamari if you prefer that instead. Next is rice vinegar, so 1 tablespoon of rice vinegar, 1 tablespoon of maple syrup, 2 teaspoons of ginger, finely minced, and 1 teaspoon of finely minced garlic. And then finally, you're going to add a 1/4 cup of water. And again, whether you're using a bowl or a mason jar to shake it up or whisk it in a bowl, you just want to make sure the miso and the peanut butter are completely blended. So you're going to whisk it until it's completely blended, or shake it up in your mason jar, or add it to a blender and blend it until smooth.
Let's make some citrus dressing. Grab your blender and add 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, a 1/4 cup of orange juice, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 1½ teaspoons of maple syrup, a small clove of garlic, and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Blend everything until it's smooth and you have made your dressing. Just set that aside until it's salad time.
Once your lentils and quinoa are finished cooking and your vegetables are done roasting, you're going to assemble your bowl. You're going to take about 1½ cups of your lentil quinoa mixture, add it to the bowl, and you're going to add a cup of leafy greens, whichever your leafy greens of choice is. I used a red romaine that was really beautiful in this bowl, but you could use arugula, kale, spinach, romaine, and then you're going to take about 1/2 cup of each vegetable. So 1/2 cup of broccoli, 1/2 cup of radish, add them to a bowl, and then you're going to add, I recommend 2 to 3 forkfuls of the pickled onion. It gives it a lot of flavor, so this is really up to you, but yeah, at least 2 to 3 forkfuls usually gives it some nice flavor. And then finally, you are just going to go ahead and pour your sauce on top, your desired amount. You might want to start with anywhere between 2 and 4 tablespoons per bowl, and then see if you need more based on your sauce preference. And then you can top it with some peanuts. I also like to add some fresh herbs. You could use fresh chives in this or fresh cilantro. You can sprinkle some hemp seeds on top if you'd like. You can also add some kimchi or kraut to add even more flavor and crunch. So really the options are pretty endless. But once it's all assembled, it is ready to be enjoyed, and I hope you enjoy it.
Nichole salad used 1/2 of the lentils and quinoa, and mine is going to use the other 1/2. But before you add those to your bowl, you're going to massage the kale, which is the green in this salad. Start with 4 cups of stemmed and chopped kale. You can either chop it or just tear it into bite-sized pieces. You do you. And then use 2 tablespoons of the citrus dressing that you made, and then get in there with clean hands and massage the kale until it starts to turn bright green and look kale salad-y. The kale is done when it's really reached the texture of your liking. Some people like their kale salad like really broken down and soft, and some like it very, very close to an unmassaged kale. So just go until you get the texture that you want. Once you've got your kale massaged to your liking, add the remaining lentils and quinoa to that same bowl where you massaged the kale, along with the remaining citrus dressing. Then add the roasted sweet potato to the bowl, along with some chopped green onion, and toss it all together. I love this salad warm immediately after you make it, but it's also great chilled the next day. I like to separate these in 2 meal prep containers. That way at lunchtime I can just grab one out of the fridge and be ready to eat. You can serve these cold straight out of the fridge, but if you do want a hot lunch, the kale salad actually reheats really well. Just pop it in the microwave for like a minute and a half to warm it up a little bit. It's really delightful that way too. We hope that this video has answered all of your questions about how to make these 2 lentil quinoa salads. If you have any questions that we didn't address, feel free to drop a comment below. We're always happy to help. And don't forget to rate and subscribe. Happy cooking!